Good morning, everybody. It is still morning. It's Saturday morning, and you don't normally get a quick note from me on a Saturday, but I'm just on my way to work. I've decided to go and put a couple of hours work in to make up for some of my sick time. It's 9 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which would make it 48 in American. And I've just come off a very exciting conference call, getting ready for December. And for those of you who don't know what December is, it is our annual fundraiser with Benji and Judy and the children. And as some of you know, I've been involved in it from the get-go sort of thing. And it's really, really exciting as we get to this part of the event, because it just is just awesome to be part of it. I must admit, this time I got a little uneasy, because I'm thinking, boy, we've got so many really high-power people involved this year on a different level, that it's going to be a little bit different. And that's, I don't know why, I suddenly got a little bit insecure on it. Because, well, just because, I'm getting older and I don't know a lot of the jargon and all this and the other, and it was really quite funny. So bless his heart, Benji did a really good job of settling me down, because, there was, I would hate to ever let him down in terms of my ability to help him. And the good news was, he settled me down. And so I'm back on track again. So very, very exciting to do. So we've got some big goals going, and I don't want to spoil the announcement of that or any of the other sort of intimate details. But just to let you all know, this one is going to definitely be very, very exciting again. For any of you who've been involved before, you will know that it is a mind-blowing event. We get on a channel and we broadcast for 24 hours straight, and most of us make it through without a break. I must admit, I absolutely failed for about 2 hours on the last one, which surprised everybody. They thought I was not going to do anything like that. But for about 2 hours, I just had to lie down because I was gone. I mean, I was so gone, it wasn't even funny. My mind ceased to function. The two brain cells were gone to sleep in separate corners of my mind, and nothing was happening in between. And so, but it was exciting, really, really exciting. I'm thoroughly, thoroughly looking forward to it. And the good news is I'm going down to visit Benji and Judy in a couple of weeks anyway, when they get back from Japan. So we'll get some catch-up time there, which will be excellent. And hopefully get some of that fun footage that you all enjoy, that most people don't get to see. And I'm sure that Miss Juliana will fast be getting to the stage of telling me every detail of every movie she's ever seen. I've got a feeling that's coming up pretty soon. She's getting to that age. So I will try and get involved in some of that. It always amuses me. I love it when they get to this age, because I can interact. I am not very good with babies, but I do a lot better when the kid in me can play with the kid in them, if you know what I mean. Then I'm on a lot stronger footing. So anyway, it's very, very exciting to do. It's obviously raining here. which would be normal for this time of year, so I'm not complaining. It's why we have such beautiful landscapes and snow and greenery. To get that, you need rain. Of course, to get the snow, we need cold, and that's coming up fast. And I don't do that well. And I know that one of the viewers was quite upset that I said I didn't do winter well, and I was counting my way down to, I think it's 138 days, by the way, counting my way down to spring. And I'm going, you know, I do this with a lot of humor, people. You have to know me to know that I do this, because I know there are people out there who get amused by these things, and that's why I do them. And there are quite a few of them, so I will continue to do it. So try not to be offended. And it's so funny because, you know, if you ever see a note from Angela saying she's offended, it's an in-joke now. Because she says I offend her at every level. And it's a good job. I love her. So we will get a lot of rain here in British Columbia for the next few months, next month or so, and then we'll get the cold and rain. And then we'll get the rain, and then we'll be spring. So I like to sort of work my way towards it. Now, what I haven't done is to get my hibiscus bush, plant, whatever, off the deck and back into the house. I normally do that in October, and it's already November. And I'm going to really kick myself if I don't bring that in. Woo! The water level is really high here. Anyway, if I don't get it in and it gets hit by the frost, I will be very, very upset with myself. Very upset. Now, two things. The one thing is, we started last two broadcasts, both broadcasts yesterday, talking a little bit about people making you feel small. And I was delighted to hear that almost everybody had somebody in their life that made them feel a little small, or have had it happen in their life. And so there was quite a nice discussion about it. I had a great email from one of the viewers, and I encourage you, if you have anything to add to this subject, to please email me at DearMamaSal@gmail.com and tell me your story so that we can continue the discussion. Anyway, this one viewer, bless her heart, she was telling me I'm stopping here because I'm going, I hope I haven't told this before. I'll have to check yesterday's vlog. Anyway, I'm going to tell it again if I have. I can always cut it out, right? So she was telling me she had two sisters and an ailing mother. And that she had the job of looking after the ailing mother, but she was looking after the ailing mother 24/7. What's fair about that? Nothing. And she was really scared because she needed to go out and go grocery shopping and do things, never mind have a break. And the other sisters weren't helping on these issues at all. They came to visit the mother, but didn't do anything to physically help her. And part of my discussion yesterday is how we train people that that's okay behavior. You know, we actually don't hold them accountable and go, excuse me, this is not acceptable. So either you come and do your share, or else you pay for somebody to do your share. You know, there's nothing right about that. But it happens, doesn't it? I remember it happening to me, for example, when my mother was failing fast and I had to move her out of her home, where she was living at the time, into a care facility. And I was doing all the packing up, and after a while I contacted my brother and I said, you know, either you get your sorry ass up here and help me, or else you pay for somebody to come and help me, because I can't do this all on my own. And I didn't have any sort of other comment to make. I lie. I think I did say, because that would be fair. Anyway, and so I must admit he did come and help me for a day, which was very helpful. But you know, if I hadn't got angry, it wouldn't have happened. So sometimes, in order to set these boundaries, we actually do need to get a little bit angry and not worry about what people think of us, whether they think we're the bitch from hell or whatever. It's like, no, excuse me, this is not right. And that's okay. So I discussed this a little bit, the scenario a little bit with the viewers, and they all gave much the same information, just so that you know. They all suggested much the same thing. And one person added the comment, which I thought was really good, which was, you can make a choice. I can carry on doing what I'm doing, or you guys can pay for her to go into a home, which she doesn't want to have happen. I thought that was quite a good line. I thought that would sort of wake them up a bit. Very good. All right, and so we look at it. We look at it and go, we all have these people. I was trying to think of some people. A lot of people talked about being bullied, which is basically what this is, by the way. When they treat you as less than, well, you know, and I was thinking about some of the comments that, well, you know, I've got a family to look after. Yes. And a mother to look after. Yes, but I'm so busy looking after the children. Yes, and you have a husband who can help you do that. So I need some help looking after Mum. You know, so you've got to really just be ready for whatever those whiny comments are going to be. Well, you know, I'm running around with shopping and, oh good, okay, so why don't I give you the shopping list for the week and you can pick up our shopping while you're doing yours? So all these things are possible. I'm about to run out of gas. I suppose I should have checked that earlier. Nah, I've got enough gas. Please tell me I've got enough gas. So feeling small, we all agreed, feeling small was something we did to ourselves. Everybody agreed on that. It wasn't that we were small, we just felt small. And so I guess the answer to this then is, what do we need to hear when we're feeling small? We need to hear from somebody that we have rights here. We need somebody to give us backbone. And I was thinking it was relevant today because that was sort of what I needed today. I needed to hear that I still had relevance and value, which is insane really, because I know I do, but it was just like I guess I really felt very old by comparison, and that's a lonely feeling, I have to tell you. Never mind. So it's not just you, and so if you are feeling that you are being walked all over, or being bullied, or being any of those things, then you need a support group of people who can help you with what you need to do next, or what your choices are. I think that's what the problem is with most people. I don't know where to start doing this. And then the other one, of course, is, yes, but if I do this, they won't like me anymore. Well, quite honestly, you got to think about the only reason they probably like you now is because you're carrying the load for them. Because if they liked you, they wouldn't let you do this, surely. And is it your punishment for being single? If you were married, would they each be taking 1/3 of the responsibility? I doubt it. If you were married, I bet you'd be doing it anyway. So, that is the problem. So let's keep this conversation going. If any of you have had this situation go on, or you have similar situations, let's get some feedback either in the comments, or send me, if it's really private and you don't want to share it, send it as an email, and I won't use any names, I promise you that. I will just use the situation as case studies so we can talk about them a bit more. It's obviously a big subject because it created a lot of reaction in the broadcast. Almost everybody, male and female, had their story. And some were still living it. A lot had to do, funny enough, with parents, even though they were adults. So, an interesting scenario, for sure. All right, this is DearMamaSal. Bye-bye for now.